students, let's start. We are to study these things like in our syllabus. We are giving here that we are to study the treasure trove, that is the collection of poems and stories. This one is the workbook volume 1 for poems. This one is the workbook volume 2 for stories. So whatever the stories and poems we will study here, we are to write down the answers here. And this one is total English, that is the book of grammar. We are to study these books for TT1, and after that, before half yearly examination, we will study Merchant of Venice, that is a drama, and that is drama workbook which we will complete later. So we are to do these things, and we can have a look of our books like this. That is a treasure trove, and this is volume 1, and this one is volume 2, and that is total English. So we are to study these books in this TT1, and after that, before half yearly exam, we'll study that the Merchant of Venice, and this is the book of Merchant of Venice. So this is our syllabus. So these are our books which we are to study. Okay, now today we are going to study the first poem from the book Treasure Trove according to our TT1 syllabus. So the first poem is The Heart of the Tree, written by Henry Kyler Bunner. What does he plant who plants a tree? Here poet is asking a question, just what does he plant who plants a tree? Then he himself answers here, he plants a friend of sun and sky. Means the person who plants a tree, he plants a friend of sun and sky, because it reduces heat of the sun, it gives us pure air, and it makes our environment good by producing oxygen. So the poet is saying that he plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, means the air which blow freely. So he plants the flag of breezes free. As we can see that in free breeze, breeze means cool air or free air, we can say here. So the poet is saying he plants the flag of breezes free, means free air. The shaft of beauty, shaft means narrow pole, so narrow pole. The shaft of beauty, towering high. Towering high means standing tall, means the trees who are standing high. He plants a home to heaven anigh. Anigh means nearby or close to. He plants a home to heaven anigh, means he plants a home nearby the heaven, nearby the paradise. For song and mother croon of word, mother croon. So means here the words who sing. So the words who sings mother croon of words, means they sing in a sweet voice in hushed and happy twilight heard, means we can listen. Hushed means quietly, quietly and happily. Twilight heard means we can listen to them. The treble of heaven's harmony. Treble means high pitched voice. of heaven's harmony, means heavens or paradise harmony can be listened here. These things he plants who plants a tree. Means in the opening line, the poet asks a question. After that, he himself answers of his own question. These things he plants who plants a tree. The second stanza of the poem, again he asks the same question. What does he plant who plants a tree? And then he himself answers. He plants cool sedge and tender rain. He plants cool sedge because whenever we find the trees, we can get cool sedge, and tender rain means it attracts rain also, which is also essential for our planet, and seed and bird of days to be, and seed and bird of days to be means for future. It gives us seeds and bud as well. Bud means forthcoming trees. And years that fade and flush again means, and after years this year will fade away, and the next year or next time will come. He plants the glory of the plain because he plants the glory of the plain means if a place is plain, if there is no train, if there is no plant over that place, that may be like barren, or that may be desert. So so that is the glory of the plain. What is the glory? That plants. He plants the forest heritage. Means if someone is planting trees, he is planting the heritage of the forest, the harvest of a coming age, and that is the harvest. That is a heritage for future. The joy that unborn eyes shall see, and such type of joy, happiness, which can be seen later by those people who has not been born now. These things he plants who plants a tree means he himself answers of the beginning question, that these things, these benefits he is telling, that these things he plants who plants a tree. Third and last stanza of this poem, what does he plant who plants a tree? He is asking the same question again, because this is the theme and this is the main uh, understanding of this poem. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in shape and leaf and wood. So here the poet is telling the different products of the plants in shape and leaf and wood. These are the different products which we get from the plants. That's why planting trees are beneficial for us. In love of home and loyalty means if we love our home, our city, our country, our planet, or we are loyal towards it, then definitely we will plant the trees. And forecast thought of civic good, and the person who plants trees, they are visionaries, and they have such a thought that they have done some good things for civic good for welfare of the society. His blessings on the neighborhood means they have given their blessings they are around, who in the hollow of his hand means they themselves don't have anything, their hands are hollow. Hollow means there shouldn't be nothing. So, who in the hollow of his hand? Their hand, they don't have anything, but they know in future their next generation will get so much things by planting trees. Holds all the growth of all our land. Next, in this line, the poet is saying that our land has all the growths if we are planting more and more trees. Our nation's growth from sea to sea, because any nation doesn't grow because of its boundary, because of people, but because of planting trees. Whether we can see this from one country to another, from sea to sea. Stirs in his heart who plants a tree, means such a thing. Stirs means occurs in his heart who plants a tree. So in the last stanza, he himself asks a question and answer of his own question likewise. So this was very simple poem. You have understood that the poet is telling the benefits of planting trees, and definitely we must plant trees. And nowadays we don't give time for this, but we should give to make our planet green and pure as well. So this is a poem which we have understood. If you have purchased your books, then you must have volume 1 workbook. So there should be some unsolved unseen passages. You should try to write down the answers of those questions, and if you feel any difficulty, then you should ask the question from me. By the way, some question and answers I'll send you today itself. Okay, so today we are going to study only this one which we have already studied, and tomorrow we'll take functional grammars, and day after tomorrow we'll study one story from the same book, Treasure Trove. That is the Chief Seattle speech. That is the title of the speech. Okay, so bye. Stay at home, study well.